welcome back. You're listening to Next in the Queue. This is an interview-based podcast that connects listeners with musicians, writers, producers, really anyone in the industry through curated playlists. Today, I'm joined with the band Partner. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Trey starts.
Hey, I'm Trey. I play guitar and I sing
That's
a little bit.
You sing some songs.
Yeah.
I'm Max. I play guitar and I also sing.
River. I play the drums and sometimes bongos.
True.
I'm Colin and I play bass.
Nice to have you guys on. So you guys have an album coming out June 23rd, and People Loving People. Are you guys excited about the release? What are you most looking forward to?
Super looking forward to it. Really excited to get showered in praise and basically people being like, oh, this is so good. I'm excited for people to hear it because we worked on it for a while and I think we're all proud of it. So it'll be good to just have it out in the world and move on to the next one kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're also touring when it comes out, and that's something we're super excited about.
True.
Nice. I'll be the first to shower and praise you. I got to listen to the album. I really enjoyed it. It's really fun.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
That is just the beginning.
One of many. So how do you think this album is different from your 2021 release? Came down different.
I guess one difference would be the way we recorded it.
Mm-hmm.
We recorded it on straight to like a 16-track Tascam, and had a sort of, different experience with Jack Shirley, who we've recorded past records with. Mm-hmm. So that's something a little bit different about this record. It's a little bit more gritty and I guess not really lo-fi, but it just sounds different than our last.
That is true. It sounds a little different. I feel like the songs are a little nicer. And then also maybe a little less nice too. Go a little further on both sides of the spectrum, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, yeah, it's kind of same old shit.
I feel like it's kind of just the best version of what we were doing.
Yeah, I would agree. And Sinclair, our good friend Sinclair, sings on a few of the songs, and she, I think, adds a lot. And we didn't have her on the last one, so her parts kind of felt like, I don't know, the last piece of the puzzle kind of thing. Kind of ties those songs together really well. That's about it.
Yeah, we did a little bit more like extra kind of auxiliary stuff on this one. Right? We had like bongos and
water glass.
We did some more like
we used the Rhodes.
Whistling, some gang vocals.
Some whistling, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The piano, the Rhodes.
Oh yeah.
It's probably like the worst use of a Rhodes piano of all time. Like 3.
Oh, dude, it's cool.
So funny. It's so funny. I think like 3 notes are played.
Yeah.
Made him set it all up and Mike
set up this Rhodes piano.
Bing, bing, bing.
I'm done.
And the glass of water.
Yeah.
Oh, glass of water?
Yeah, River played a glass of water.
Okay. I need like an audio visualization of like, so everyone can know like, how did you utilize the glass of water?
You know that thing Sandra Bullock does in Miss Congeniality?
Yes, her talent.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I literally just watched that movie recently for the first time. My roommate made me watch it.
That was good.
It was pretty good.
It was a pretty good movie.
The second one's pretty dope.
So River did that thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Jack put a contact mic on the glass of water and
like tuned it.
River played it.
Did you guys just like
No.
always want to utilize a glass of water, or do you just were like, no, this is like the perfect sound? Like what?
Honestly, I've been thinking about it for kind of a while. It seemed
Mhm.
like something funny to do. And I feel like it fit that song really good. And Jack, I feel like I was really worried that we were gonna be like, and we kind of want to use like a glass of water, and he would be like, shut the fuck up or something. But he was super down. It was like he seemed really excited to like play around with it, and I don't know, yeah. It ended up sounding really cool. He like did a lot of crazy engineering on it, and it sounds pretty sweet.
That's fun. What song is it? Like in multiple songs, or like what song specifically?
It's just in one song. It's in the song Rosemary's Gone. There's
Okay.
kind of like a weird like siren-y sound that's like swirling in the back.
Mhm.
And it's just the glass of water with like a delay pedal on it that I'm kind of twisting around.
Cool.
I think a wah pedal too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our big reveal for the album.
Yeah, so a lot of your inspiration comes from a lot of like 90s rock. How do you think you've utilized this inspiration to expand your sound? Because I feel like in all of your albums, you can kind of hear that inspiration, but it's like kind of elevated as like albums go on.
For sure. Yeah. I feel like we utilize it mostly just by like kind of low key copying stuff. All right. Not like specific riffs or anything, but it's like, I feel like that's a huge percentage of the music that we all listen to is like general alternative rock from like the 80s, 90s.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I feel like it's just more like accidental. Like it's just kind of that's how it sounds when we write music.
Yeah, I feel like we on that song My Wagon, we were pretty worried about it sounding a little too much like a Yo La Tengo song, but I think it's fine. I think
Yeah, the chords are different. Yeah.
Yeah, I think kind of the game now is like our songs are very indebted to indie rock, and then we try and figure out a way to violently branch away from it halfway through.
Yeah. It's a lot of that. Yeah. I feel like we did try to add some different influences in this time, kind of beyond, 90s alternative rock. Like, I feel like there's a little more like psychedelic stuff on
Yeah,
it,
definitely.
and like a little more like hardcore and punk stuff than we really did before. Yeah, try to add some new flavors to the stew. See how it tastes.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say it's copying. I feel like a lot of what music is like listening to a whole bunch of stuff and then like kind of using that to like hone in on like what you want your sound to be specifically.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it's it's a refinement, and like there's not a musician in the world that doesn't have like influences.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure.
No
Like,
influences ever.
I've never heard music. I just make it. That would be sick, actually.
Yeah.
yeah. What would that be? What kind of music would it be? You
Probably
think,
the best.
Yeah, I don't think we've heard it.
you think that it would be the best music
It could be
ever?
transcendent.
Who didn't even know what music was?
Yeah.
Like they did. No, you're crazy.
That'd be the most interesting rock you could possibly make.
But why would it be rock? It would probably be like microtonal, like like drum.
You think it'd be like chamber music? I
Yeah.
guess it depends on what instrument you gave.
Do you think
Yeah.
that if you handed like an alien a guitar, they would immediately play Back in Black? It's like,
That would be so cool.
we need to not bring back actually, but those like unethical experiments of the past. We need to get a baby and isolate them from music and
Totally.
see what they would
Yeah.
create.
Yeah, and then at 18, give them like
Yeah.
guitar, bass, and drums.
Yeah. Just leave like the main instruments that people usually
Yeah.
use and see what they're drawn to and what they
Yeah. Two-way mirror, bunch of guys watching. Yeah. Damn, what's he gonna do?
Yeah, so like we were talking about inspirations, like what are some of the main ones that you guys have used throughout the years?
I feel like Polvo is probably like the first one, you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
when
That's
we
the one we
started
all
the
really
band.
connected on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
I
think
think
Volvo does that
lately-
thing where it's really pretty and then like really gross sounding. And I feel like conceptually partners
Yeah.
always tried to achieve that.
Yeah. I joined the band a few years after that had been created and they'd been playing together. And I feel like that was kind of my like window into understanding it. Was like when I started playing, y'all were like, listen to Polvo. That's kind of what we're doing. And it really clicked.
I think
Yeah.
we're kind of moving away from that
I think so too.
sound a little bit though.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely like that. And, Yola Tango, I think were pretty foundational for
Yeah.
the sound.
Early on for sure.
I think still, I still listen to that band like as much or more than any other band,
Yeah. True.
Yeah, and I feel like that and like, yeah, Guided by Voices is probably pretty huge. And for me, like, yeah, like Smudge or just lately that one really like all the Australian rock bands and stuff. And like, I guess the Lemonheads to a certain extent kind of play in there too and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we all listen to Trey. What shirt are you wearing right now?
Anti-Cimex.
Okay, yeah. And then Colin's got the replacement shirt. River's got the marble dye sweater. I got the mud honey shirt on.
It's all in the studio.
Yeah. We all, I feel like, listen to kind of subtly different stuff and kind of all try to bring pieces of it over to make a new picture or whatever.
Yeah. Are there any like up and coming bands that you've been really into lately?
Probably
Pilots.
Pearl Jam. No, like Cage World.
Cage World is
Cage
amazing.
World is huge. X Pilots is great. Sorry.
I said the Circulators.
Circulators.
Shout out Circulators.
Circulators, yeah. Dumb from Vancouver,
Mhm.
British Columbia. They
Unreal
are
band. Criminally underrated.
super good. Yeah, put out records, still going, super great. That's like a huge one. I feel like, yeah, they're pretty like influential on us in some ways too.
Mhm.
National Photo Committee.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you guys are touring with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And specifically also Jason Shapiro.
Yeah.
He makes some appearances on our playlist.
yeah, so you guys are about to go on tour. What song are you most excited to play from the new album?
Interesting.
It's interesting because we haven't talked about what new songs we're going to play on this tour.
I think my favorite song to play live from the new record is My Wagon. Just on the drums, it's really fun to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song sounds good.
Mhm.
And we've been playing that one for like a long time. So
Yeah.
I feel like we're all pretty comfortable playing it live now. I would be stoked to try to work out like that song Cruel Gun. I think we could do that live in a cool way.
I was thinking about trying to do Dreaming's Free on tour. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, oh no. Yeah, we'll hash that out privately.
No, actually, you could get into it right now.
Never mind. I just got vetoed in real time.
Yeah,
No, keep the camera on.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, Cruel Gun's probably my pick. I want to try to play that song and make it all good.
Selfishly, I'll have to be like, you could play Came Down Different when you come to New York, possibly, potentially, because you guys didn't play that last time.
It's true.
It's true, but we change it up.
That one's hard to play live.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah.
That's in a different tuning, and we were trying to bring two guitars to every show for a while, and it's kind of
it's kind of hard when you're traveling and stuff.
Yeah.
In the band and stuff.
Mhm.
but
But
it can happen.
if you feel inclined to do it at the New York date,
It could happen. I will never say never, and I might even mislead you by saying we might do it so that I have no idea that you'll come.
So that you like us, I'm leaning
Yeah.
towards we will play it.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna play every single song you want to hear, and then like, no, I'm actually.
I'll actually send you guys a list of all of the songs that I
Yeah.
want to hear.
Yeah, pick our New York set for us. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'll be
We're
like,
kind of
here.
taking a page out of like Tango's book. We're a fan. One lucky fan gets to write a set list, pass it to us. We'll look at it, immediately know how to play all the songs, play them all right in front of you.
You won't need to practice or anything.
No,
Remember any
no.
chords.
It's all there, all locked.
Yeah, so like a lot of your songs have like a witty and like funny undertone, but also tackle like a lot of personal experience. You know, you still get to like shoot the shit in songs. Like, how do you go about that and still try and like connect those two things?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's just kind of the way I am as a person too. Like, I'm low key funny. Or like, I don't know. Yeah, I just joke around a lot, and that's kind of how I like do my normal life. And when I'm writing, I like try to kind of like write about something, but play it really casual so that it kind of, I don't know, like if you come across what I'm really trying to talk about in the song or whatever, you might not even really see it. You just like kind of glance over it because it's kind of just mentioned like off the cuff, really briefly kind of thing, or like just presented in like a really, casual way, which I'm trying to get that tag instead of slacker rock, which is so insulting in the meaning because, we don't work really hard writing these songs. Yeah, bullshit. It's casual.
Casual rock.
Casual rock, not slacker rock.
Casual. Although
Casual.
I won't,
Although that kind of sounds like easy listening music.
Yeah, and we're not going to invent any genre tags here. We
Interesting rock.
interesting rock. That's cool.
Yeah.
What about
that's the National Photo Committee?
Yeah.
what if we were awesome rock?
Awesome rock.
I like
Yeah.
awesome rock.
I also like awesome rock. Although that sounds kind of like it's Christian in
That could be good for us.
praise rock.
Again, that goes back to misleading people. We could
Bring
try
in a whole
get
different
these people
demographic of
in the
people.
fan club. Yeah,
Mhm.
they could join the Partner Nation. There's room for Christians in the Partner Nation.
Yeah, I think you bring up a good point though, about people saying slacker rock when it's like not really like you don't put in time and effort into like creating these songs. Like obviously a lot of effort still goes into it just because like they don't like other people don't see something as deeply profound, and like there's probably even still layers that people aren't getting from like just surface level listening.
It's possible. I feel like the slacker thing is like really not that big of a deal. It's just like a lot of time when I read a write-up about Partner or something, it kind of comes off like, I don't know, like the first sentence will be like, these four complete idiots like basically just bullshit their way through the song, and then eventually it just kind of ends. That's awesome.
Did you like it? Did you even?
Yeah.
Also, honestly, anyone that can have a job and then also get three other people with a job to practice and play music live, that's like a lot of effort.
Yeah, it's a lot to do.
But it's fun. We do it because it's fun.
Yeah, it's great.
Did you guys hear like the
Yeah, I was just about
the
to ask.
symphony my computer just played? That
I thought that was me. I was like, what was that?
no, that all happened just because I plugged in my phone.
Oh, nice.
Pretty cool.
So you guys are from, formed in San Francisco. How is that scene different than like compared to like LA, New York?
I think they're different in that it's just better. San Francisco's nice and it's small and everybody kind of knows each other. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like we've just been kind of playing with a lot of the same people in different kind of configurations for a super long time. And it's cool to like build up a good rapport with everybody and be friends. And like if you go to a show in San Francisco, there's like and you're like playing music stuff too, like there's a pretty good chance that like, at least somebody playing kind of thing, which is fun. And I like that. Maybe it's exactly the same in New York and LA too, though. But I don't.
I feel like there's probably way more bands in those places.
True.
I don't know. They're kind of just like bigger cities.
Really tiny city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a weird, like Max said, but yeah, it's kind of an interesting feeling where it's like I can hear of a band and then go see them and realize that I just know the people in it.
Mhm.
But it's nice. And it's cool because I feel like, I don't know, there's always been like a thing where people say like music is leaving SF, and the longer I am in San Francisco, the more I realize that's just not true. Like, I don't know, like
True.
the OCs and Ty Segall were like this huge deal when I moved here, and then people thought rock was dead because those people moved to LA.
Mhm.
But that's just like a lie. There's always people here playing music, and that's the nice thing. I feel like there kind of always will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That scene was huge in San Francisco, the garage rock thing.
Yeah.
And then that like honestly took way too long to die. And then when it did, yeah, I feel like there were like a million cooler new bands. And I feel like the scene is like kind of changing over again. And there's like a lot of young people who moved to San Francisco and like start a band. And there's like a lot of new bands and stuff. So it feels like another cycle is like kind of about to start, which is cool.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard to say that like a scene is dying. Yeah, it's just always like reforming itself, because obviously there's going to be people that are going to move to LA or New York, because it's just like it's a bigger city and like they'll have more resources there. But it's not to say that they're leaving behind anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the playlist that you guys picked were songs that you listened to in the van.
Mhm.
So like a pretty big part of being in a band is touring, and you can be trapped, so to speak, with people for a very long period of time. How do you guys like think playlists can help you with going from city to city?
I think it makes us lose our minds even more because we just listened to Albuquerque by Weird Al like 10 times
Yeah.
until we all hate each other.
No.
No, I think that it kind of does the opposite. Like, if
Yeah,
it's
it centers us.
Yeah, if it's ever tense in the van, we're ever like not doing great, you throw in Albuquerque, and for 13 minutes, we're just like we're all friends again.
Yeah.
That song is the reset button.
Yeah, pretty much. That and Zero by Smashing Pumpkins. That's the overnight drive song that every hour on the hour we will play Zero. Centers you.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
I remember
I
listening
fucking sleep.
to Time by Pink Floyd
Yeah.
every hour on the hour.
Mhm. Just little, I feel like the silly songs, and they kind of, in a weird way, ground us. We'll listen to like so much serious music, and touring's already kind of uncomfortable. So then when we play something silly, we're all just kind of connected weirdly.
Yeah.
Laugh.
The Family Guy theme song.
Family Guy theme song.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because we're in the car for so long and we're all so tired, and like I've probably put on like 15 pounds somehow over the course of like 4 days. And like at that point, I feel like we are in such deep like car psychosis that we like, I think on the last one, we were all practicing the Family Guy theme song where we would each do a different character's part of the song.
You guys kept restarting the song until I got the Stewie part exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah, we deigned you to be Stewie, and we wouldn't do it, and you wouldn't stop doing it until you hit your mark.
Trey, you're clearly the Stewie
Yeah.
of the crew. Come on.
Yeah, dude, you're bald.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I don't know. There is something like deeply satisfying about being tired and maybe like a little grumpy and then just hearing like the dumbest song you've ever heard on the radio.
Mhm.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
it's
Or the
it's
most
fun.
awesome song.
Well, and it's like, I don't like, I feel like for me, it gets me out of my own head a little bit where like, it's not like, oh, like I'm an artist on the road and I like this is my pilgrimage or whatever. And then you realize like you're just sitting in a car with your best friends, like making fart noises. And that's like kind of, there's nothing better than that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I have ever felt like an artist on the road one time. I feel like with all the truck stops that I've gone to the bathroom in, I've never once thought like I am a successful artist.
No, like while you're going to the rest stop, they don't know this, but I'm in a band.
yeah, exactly.
I'm
I
walking
feel, like
around.
I feel like they all know that we're in a band when we go into a rest stop in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, in Wyoming, and they see 5 guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. There's all these truckers with beefy hands that can lift like 800 pounds. And then we like,
Yeah, dude. And those guys are like 18. They're like younger than us. It's like a bunch of really huge buff, like, I don't know, like Wyoming guys in a small town. And like they're probably 10 years my junior.
Yeah.
then we like saunter in doing the Family Guy theme song.
Yeah. Or like we're jumping rope in the parking lot or something. Yeah. But we like to get silly.
Who has like aux privileges and like what can you do to get them revoked? Like, has anyone ever had them revoked before?
Playing Dance with the Devil will get it revoked.
Well, I feel like actually getting it revoked, that doesn't really happen much. I feel like sometimes you're playing the aux and you could tell you're just like striking out. And like everything you play, like everybody's kind of like looking like,
Mhm.
And then I feel like everybody kind of immediately gets the read and is like, does anybody else want to play something?
Right.
I feel like
Whoever's in the passenger seat, and then that
That's it.
person has to charge their phone, so they give it to someone else.
Yeah.
so it's usually aux privilege. Yeah, it goes to co-pilot, but that's a responsibility because you have to be playing music, but you also probably have to be doing directions.
Yeah.
Directing me to the nearest Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're pretty good with each other about that kind of thing, though.
Yeah.
Also, sorry.
No, go for it. I was just
There's something incredibly satisfying too about doing aux and playing something and then having somebody else in the band go, "Oh, what is this?"
Who is that?
That's like,
yeah.
But you're gonna get that like 1 in 1,000 times because we're all playing it so cool, even to each other.
yeah,
I'm gonna pretend that I know who this is, even though I don't.
exactly. I don't know, but like when it like hits that good, and I'll be like, I can't resist. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have to ask who this is.
Yeah.
Have you, any of you guys
That's
ever
amazing.
have any of you guys slyly been like, oh, let me just Shazam this song really in the
I've never Shazammed in the van.
Really?
That is actually not bad.
Actually, no, you go.
What I do is I usually Google the song lyrics I remember in quotation marks, and that's how I find the song.
Yeah. That is pretty good. I did that the other night actually with that Sick Boy Rari song. It was pretty satisfying.
You reverse engineer it from what you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, guys, I actually really need to go pee. And then I like went in the bathroom and I was like, what's the song where he says he loves foreign cars?
So you guys have been together for almost like 10 years. What are some rules on the road that you have to keep in order to, like minimize fights and like keep everyone happy?
We have to get Colin coffee before talking.
Yeah.
I can't
Colin has
talk
to
in the
eat
first 2
well.
hours.
He's mad.
He gets hella cranky.
No, it's like really embarrassing, and I'm trying to work on
Sometimes
it.
it honestly terrifies me.
So
Um,
the best thing I've learned is I keep my mouth shut for the first 2 hours because I don't even want to do this, but I'm just so bitchy for like the first. So I just don't say anything until after like our first meal.
I I feel like we don't really fight. Like sometimes we get a little terse, like there's a little snappiness. But I feel like there's rules. I don't know. Like the person who drives usually gets the one bed that's available that night. That's like pretty solid. And that's pretty much it.
So we usually like we'll switch off doing merch too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of sharing all the responsibilities, I think, has kept us all on the same team, which is really nice.
And I think we're all, for the most part, in a pretty good mood most of the time.
yeah, we're all having fun.
I feel like that kind of also comes with the territory of just having done it for a long time.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I don't know, like if it sucked to start out with, it would probably get really bad over time. But I feel like it started out pretty good. And, you know, our bond is strengthened with time. Maybe.
Nice.
Yeah.
What-
Maybe like we get weirdly dependent on one another too. Like we can't be apart the whole tour.
Yeah, that is also true. That's a weird thing that happens
Pretty
where we can't, break into different like sections, or that feels wrong.
Yeah. Trey will try to go off and do a side quest, and we'll all just basically like puppy dog eye him. Oh, you really want to do that?
I don't really try to do side quests though.
Dude, you
Yeah, now.
cannot wait to get away from us. You are constantly trying to leave us behind.
Just trying to, go get cigarettes and never come back.
The worst part is you think we don't notice. You think we're too stupid to understand.
Maybe Trey just needs his like 5 minutes alone.
I don't care.
Yeah, well, he's not going to get it.
I'm not allowed.
Not
Yeah,
allowed.
well,
He gets 4 hours every night to be asleep. I don't know.
yeah, and I'm sleeping
He's asking
right
for
next
too
to him.
much.
I'm sleeping right next to him. It's so he knows that I'm right there if he needs me.
So what's one of like the worst things about being on the road?
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
The state of
No, it's beautiful. That was mean. Edit.
Mhm.
I think just showering, not having showers.
Yeah.
I like to
Yeah.
shower. So
I feel like just sleeping on like a hardwood floor most of the time
Yeah.
is pretty bad.
Yeah. This is not to sound ungrateful. Like anyone allowing us to stay with them on tour is like great, and I'm very thankful. But yeah, like sleeping on the floor just like kind of
It's
sucks.
still rough. Yeah.
To be honest, like it's just
It's the irregular bowel movements for me.
yeah, never knowing when your next, BM is gonna happen.
They're just like, like
It's usually right before the show, right before we play.
It's usually right when I don't want it.
no, because we're like in places with bathrooms all the time, but it's always like, it's stinky. It's at a bar. There's like a million guys lined up at the door, knocking on the door. Hey. Yeah. So it's more just like you can't really go to the bathroom in peace. That's the one that gets me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do it if I really had to do it, but it would be like really, really sad.
Understand.
Yeah.
So we started to bring up poop.
No, it's okay.
No, honestly, it's just like hard to. I really genuinely don't want to speak ill of like touring because I like it so much. And it's just like an excuse for me to hang out with my best friends and make people like Trey keep hanging out with me.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's like there's definitely annoying stuff, but like to anyone who's ever been in a car for 6 hours or longer,
Yeah.
it's just that stuff
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all pretty easy. I mean, I guess we have, or I don't know. Yeah, usually people are really nice to us and let us crash in their place, or they give us about $100 and we get to go to a motel and
right.
swim in the swimming pool. Yeah.
And conversely, if you ever get to stay at someone's house on tour and they have like extra beds, that is like god tier,
God
like
tier.
such a cool thing that can happen.
Nice.
Except for that one place, though, Greg's house that didn't have any power and it had just one bed, and that was the only.
Oh
reason-
yeah, but that was
Black
still free
darkness. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
free.
in
But I was-
Chicago.
I was sleeping literally just with my clothes on the ground. No blanket. I mean, it was
No,
my-
there was that mattress, and we pulled it into the room.
my responsibility to have a sleeping bag and a pillow, which I didn't have. That's on me. But
Mm.
that was pretty dark. That was pretty gruesome, actually.
Yeah, I too went on tour without a pillow, so I would just make
And,
sweatshirt
you know,
pillows.
I'm not gonna talk about poop again, but the bathroom in there, no toilet paper. No light.
Yeah,
There's
there's
no light in the bathroom either. So
water
it's
though.
pitch black dark.
Yeah,
We did all take showers in the no power
In the-
apartment and then dried ourselves with paper towels.
Oh wow.
yeah.
So that
There's
That was
also a
an-
3-story walk up, so shout out.
Yeah. Greg, that was very nice of you. I'm not talking smack.
Well, it was an experience. Now you have like a fun story to tell.
Yeah.
Memories that will last a lifetime.
What's one of the best things about being on the road?
Oh shit! I feel like we answered that in the last one.
just
Yeah.
playing music every single day.
That is so much cooler than my job. Like,
Yeah.
so that's awesome. And like, I basically, I've known River since I was 13. So, but actually, still, I met him because we were playing music.
Yeah.
And I met Trey and Max through playing music. And like, I keep meeting people that I enjoy and get to be friends with through playing music. And that hasn't like stopped. So
Yeah.
that's the best part.
Yeah. It's cool to go to like different cities and towns and like get a little sample of like what the scene is like there and like meet the people involved with it and stuff. And yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see how like venues and shit and like DIY stuff operates in other parts of the country. Yeah, and like staying in people's like super nice houses and apartments sometimes, like, and they pay like nothing for it in the Midwest or something. Like, that's always really fun. I like that kind of stuff. And we get to go to fun little places.
Mm.
Vegas. We're going to Vegas.
Yeah, that's fun. Trying
That's
weird
fun.
new regional food.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could say that I got good regional food, but I think I eat basically Taco Bell in every town. Pretty much. I mean, because I guess
got
in
some
the-
good, We
Yeah,
got
we
some-
got the great barbecue.
Yeah, in St. Louis. That was
Oh, that was good. That was in Kansas City.
Catfish po' boys in New Orleans.
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
true. No, that yeah, you got me. I was lying.
yeah.
Apologies for the cap.
Have there been any like really weird things that have happened while you've been on the road?
Oh, yeah.
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 There was this guy who one time came up to our car when River was driving and asked him to separate two magnets for him.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like,
That was also after driving all night
yeah,
long.
it was like 4 a.m. in the middle of nowhere. And a guy just came over to the car who had his own van that was filled with bicycle parts. And he's like, hey,
Where
man, I
was
need you to separate. I think it was an overnight just from Southern California to Northern California, but
Oh, yeah. That was like somewhere
That
around
was
5
after
or
the
4 or 5.
Orange County show.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he was like, can you separate these two magnets? And River was like, no, I have to leave. And he was like, why are you being weird right now? I was like, that's a crazy thing for you to say when you're asking me to separate two magnets on your behalf.
Has anything else weird ever happened to us, really?
Yeah, that guy told Trey to suck his dick from the back.
When did that happen?
In that gas station. Or
Oh,
yeah, that like,
right.
that was weird.
Yeah, and then they got in their Dodge Challenger and like
He had a
sped
gun.
away and then slowly drove by us again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing a shirt and he had a gun and he
Yeah.
was at
Oh.
the gas station and
Oh.
looked me in the eye and said, "Suck my dick from behind."
Yeah.
That was
Came
like
out and I was like, "I think we should leave."
Yeah.
No.
We're like, why didn't you buy chips? That was like the whole reason you went to that gas station.
that was pretty close to Fresno, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds just about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that. That was crazy. Yeah. Otherwise, pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Just
We
describe
had
like
2 big snowstorms from Reno to Denver.
Oh, but that was gorgeous. That was gorge.
It was, but it was like late April, and we're like, we should be smooth sailing. And then 2 days in a row, they'd be like, yeah, freak snowstorms. All the roads are closed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Put chains on
Yeah.
our home, which is super not allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bleep that.
Yeah.
'Cause you
No,
know,
fuck AVR,
you
dude.
know airport van rentals is
Put me
listening to
on
this
record.
right now.
Do not ever rent a van from AVR. That place sucks.
Oh, and now we're gonna get sued.
Who's the best and who's the worst driver?
I'm the worst, River's the best. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
No objections.
But Max started
No.
driving the most recently.
Yeah,
so
a year ago. So
it's not like he's just
one of
a
them.
bad driver. It's,
No, yeah, I'm okay. I've been driving for like 3 years now.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Trace really good and until dusk, and then
Yeah, I
cannot drive at night.
I can't see at night,
Mm,
but other than that, I'm pretty good.
nice. So, what are some of your favorite songs on the playlist that you've made?
All of them?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Uh,
I feel like
All sideways.
what?
oh yeah, All Sideways. I put that on there. That's a good ass song. And it's just like a weird, super, like, I don't know. I don't think anybody in the world cares about this song at all. I actually think if people heard it, they would actually really dislike it. But it's cool. It's just like a weird song, and the guy has a really crazy singing voice. And I think they put the song out and we're getting some like traction, like some heat, and labels were gonna sign them. And then the guy had a brain aneurysm and he like couldn't play guitar anymore. So they like just never really did anything. But the band is cool. After that, probably Sex and Drugs and House by D Devils. That's probably, we listened to that a lot in the car on our tour with Mama. And that is such a, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, like a vibe restorer or something. Like I feel like in a dark time you could put that on and immediately it's like you're at peace. It's good.
I really love. We put "Broccoli" by Dram featuring Illuminati. And
Song of the summer in like what 2016?
yep.
Yeah. But we never let that summer go.
I love, like he was saying about Sex and Drugs and House, vibe restorer, because it makes me feel like I'm in the summer of 2016 anytime I play it.
Damn, I wouldn't go back to that summer if you paid me. That summer sucked for me.
I'm sorry, dude,
It's okay.
but it makes me feel nice, and yeah, so that's a good one to put on. Does it bum you out when I play that in the van?
No, I didn't even know it was from 2016. I thought that song came out like 2 years ago. What about Trey?
I really like that Jason Shapiro song. Well, I like both of them, but the song "Parasite" is really good. And he plays in the National Photo Committee, who we're touring with. But his solo tape is really crazy. Has some really good songs like that.
Yeah. Those are sick.
What
I
about
like
River?
the Norma Taniga song on there. Now is the time. I feel like that's a track we play when we're like, we just ate our Starbucks McMuffin, we got our coffee, we're on the road.
Yeah.
Put on that happy song.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That one's good. That one does help.
Sets a very nice like precedent.
It's true.
Okay, last question. What do you think makes a good road trip playlist?
I think a little bit of serious and a little bit of silly,
It's true.
Yeah.
Something too.
Yeah, I think humor is important to a playlist.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's true. And
Also,
I feel like, or yeah, you go.
I was saying also like, don't be afraid. I feel like playlists sometimes the urge is to like try and do the most interesting deep cut you can think of. But like pepper in just like songs everybody knows, because then everybody feels good when they come on.
Yeah.
You're crazy, man. You have to pick things that impress your peers and make people envy you. It's not about the music, it's about clout.
You need every song to make people want to Shazam the song.
Exactly.
You want who is this every single song?
Yeah. People should be asking you, what song is this? Every song.
What partner song is that? That evokes. What song is this?
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, you'd have to ask someone else.
Like, you think, okay, which partner song that if somebody was playing it, it would make somebody you were hanging out with be like, damn, who is this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. Shit. Do we have any like?
Yeah, Rosemary's Gone, because people would be like, what's that sound at the beginning?
What is this mysterious sound?
Glass of water.
Glass of water, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Bet you didn't know that.
That'll be my partner fun fact
Yeah.
moving forward.
Good
I
to
bet
have.
you guys didn't know that.
Well, you know, like how people just hang out and talk about partner. You know, like when you're just chilling
You can hit 'em with
and partner just naturally comes up in the conversation. One of these days. One of these days. Yeah, that might be the one. I might pick that one. Or maybe the first single, Are You Free Tonight? Because it has that big old switcheroo in it.
Yeah.
And you might be listening to it and somebody's like, okay, I get it. And then all of a sudden, hold on, I just changed things.
You're listening and you're like, okay, I get it. These slackers play rock.
Yeah,
And then the thing happens. You're like, oh, hold on.
They're
They
playing
might be
that same-
trying really hard.
Yeah, they're kind of playing that a little faster than
Hey, maybe there's some effort going into this.
these guys might care.
Yeah, but is there anything you guys want to plug or shout out? Obviously, album comes out June 23rd.
Album comes out June 23rd. Tour July 1st to the 23rd.
Shout out Jack Shirley.
Shout out Jack Shirley. Shout out Max's wife, Amanda.
My wife, she made the pendant on the album art, and our friend Marisa took the photo. Shout out Marisa and Amanda. Shout out the Avengers, Captain America, Spider-Man,
Spider-Man,
the whole She-Hulk, Luke Skywalker.
No, not Meg.
Stewie.
Yeah, Meg, Stewie, Peter. Yeah, Cage World. National Photo Committee once more.
Smirk, Marbled Eye.
Yeah, I would shout out Mama, but they don't need it. They don't need the cloud. They have enough.
Oh, also, we're playing our record release shows at Great American Music Hall in San Francisco.
Yeah.
June 20.
Nope, July 23rd.
July 23rd. Yeah. With Marbled Eye and Smirk. So,
yeah.
That will be a huge show. It will be memorable. We are going to play the best set of our lives at that show.
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
thank you guys so much. This was so much fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So long as the music plays, we have no choice but to dance.